this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. Okay, so from the thumbnail, you will have seen that this is going to be a Diamond Art Club mystery box unboxing. They released mystery box 18, I believe it was, and that was last Monday. It is currently Wednesday of the following week. So it's taken a little bit of time to get to me here. I'm not quite sure what's going on with FedEx at the moment. A lot of us in the UK are finding our parcels are kind of going on holiday on their way to us. These sat in Georgia for a while. And yeah, I did say these because I in fact bought 2 of the mystery box. It released and I was just, there were 2 mystery kits. So what they said for this one, let's lay out the parameters. So each mystery box cost £126 in the UK. And what you were going to get in that was 1 mystery kit out of 2 mystery kits that were exclusive to the boxes. 1 other never before seen kit out of a pool of maybe 5 or 7. And then 1 surprise kit from existing stock. And I absolutely love mystery kits. I mean, I don't collect them all or anything, you know, it has to be a style I actually like, but the chance that there'd be a mystery kit that I would really like in the box is just, yeah, I really wanted to get one. And I did get one, and then I went back a few minutes later and got a second. They had said, do not buy more than 2 because we'll refund them. You will get duplicates if you get more than 2, because there was going to be 1 mystery kit in each mystery box. That meant that you could only buy at most 2 without any duplicates. So I did buy 2, and actually the whole mystery box sold out really quickly. I think it sold out within about 10 minutes. So I was quite glad that I did. Now this is going to be a little different to my previous mystery box unboxings because I know what I have. And the reason for that is that there was a little bit of a glitch on the DAC website, and someone quickly realized that if you checked your logbook on your account, it would show you what you got in your mystery box. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have a look at them when they come. I'm going to leave it as a surprise. And before I knew it, my fingers had taken me to my logbook more or less of their own accord, and I was looking and I saw what I had. But in retrospect, I'm kind of glad that I did, because so many people did that there was a lot less surprise about what was in them, and people have been arranging swaps, and yeah, everything, all of that side of things, all the destashing and swapping started earlier, so it's good to know what I was getting. So this is one of the boxes. I think what I'll do is I'll go through one of them first, and then I'll go through the other. And I'm going to do a brief unboxing for most of them. I'm not going to dwell on any of them because I'm going to be showing you 5 kits, and that's because one of the surprise kits that I got is a duplicate of a kit I already have. So I'm not going to unbox that one because I definitely need to destash that, and that would be easier to do if it is still all sealed. I'm happy with my boxes. I've got some really nice kits. There are a couple of kits that I am absolutely definitely keeping. There are a couple of kits that I have already found new homes for because, you know, they weren't kits that I disliked, but they weren't ones that I would get to, and other people really wanted them. But I have permission from those people to still have a look at them. So yeah, we're still going to take a look. Anyway, I think that's more than enough preamble, Cat. Get on with it. So this is the first one, and yeah, they did come separately. I thought they might bundle them together, but I have 2 of these boxes. So that's why we're going to do them one at a time. Let me get everything out and show you what's in here, and then we can start taking a look at them. Okay, so first up, here is the surprise kit that I had from this first box. This is Ramon by Richard Lorenz. I already have this because I bought this when it came out in DAC's anniversary sale last year. It's actually not my favourite Richard Lorenz ever, but it is kind of cute for a Richard Lorenz collector. But yeah, obviously I don't need to do him twice, so that one I'm definitely going to destash. But it kind of shows that it's a decent kit, at least, you know, if it's one that I have. Next up is Mystery Kit Summer Animals by James Meagher. This is a big and beastie kit. Oh, and the other thing about the logbook glitch, and this is, you know, how you know it definitely was a glitch, and they did take it down afterwards, so people obviously weren't supposed to see their kits that way. But if you did look, it showed you what the actual image was for the mystery kit. So I know exactly what the images are for these. And yeah, they're really nice. They are really, really nice, cool images. This is the one that actually is going to a new home, and that's not because I don't like it. I do. I just didn't feel like I'd ever get to it. And there was someone else that wasn't getting it. They didn't have a mystery box and they really, really wanted it. But we're going to take a look at it, as I said. And then my other brand new, never before released kit for this box is Gingerbread Cottage by Thomas Kincaid Studios. This one I am super happy with because I really like Thomas Kincaid. I have a couple, and if I just pull it up on my phone, this is part of a series, and when I did my Christmas unboxing in the autumn from DAC's Christmas release, you may or probably don't remember, but I actually got the Christmas version. So this is like a series. This is Christmas at Gingerbread Cottage and this is Gingerbread Cottage. And it is the exact same image, just at different times of the year. And I think that's really cool. I don't know at the end of the day if I will definitely end up doing both of them, but I'm really happy with the image, and it's a definite keeper for now at least, until I decide which one of them I'm going to work on first, and then after that see if I still want to do the other, and that's way down the line. Okay, let me get the box out of the way and then we can crack on with taking a look at these. Okay, I've removed the cellophane and I'm going to get stuck into Gingerbread Cottage. So it's a big and beastie kit, 91.8 by 69.9 centimetres, and you know, like many landscapes, you can see why it had to be big because of all this detail with the trees. It's going to be confetti heavy, but it's going to be gorgeous. And it has got, wow, 93 colours, which includes 2 ABs and 4 fairy dust diamonds. Woof! I've got so many big and beastie kits in my stash at this point, and they do take me a while. But one of my goals for 2026 is to just stop being put off by that. You know, I have those kits in my stash for a reason. It's because I really love the detailed pieces. And I'm not going to let myself be put off by working on big projects anymore. If they take longer and I get fewer done, so be it. Okay. So I'm not going to go through all of the bits with these. I'm not even going to take you through the toolkit because I think most people have seen it a million times. If you are curious to see what's in a Diamond Art Club toolkit, check back on my channel and look at any of my Diamond Art Club sneak peeks because I go through absolutely everything in those. But I'm going to look in these because, you know, I'm going to find out what I've got for my Treasure Quest cards, and I've got a silver. Love it. Love getting anything other than bronze. These are fun little collectibles, but they also help you collect rewards. There's details on the back if you're not sure about that, diamondartclub.com/redeem. It's going to tell you what rewards you can claim and what combinations of different colour cards you need. So you have bronze cards, which most kits, like probably every other kit I'll look at will be a bronze card statistically. And then silver is not super rare, but a lot more rare than bronze. And then gold and black cards are like gold dust. Like, I swear gold cards are just as hard to find as black cards. But yeah, I actually got a custom kit, which is like the top reward that you can claim. And I showed that in a video in, I believe, January, and I'm going to be kitting it up in April because it's a really special kit. So I'm doing it, starting it for my 5th anniversary of diamond painting. Anyway, stop going off on tangents, Cat. But yeah, I'm always torn because like I'm going to look at all these kits and I don't want this to take forever, and most people know all this, but there could always be someone watching who doesn't know what these things are. So yeah, the temptation to do a mini explanation is too great. So that is the artwork. It is so pretty. I reckon if anything, this one's going to be even more confetti filled than the Christmas one, because you've got all these different colour flowers, whereas it's really kind of whited out with snow in the Christmas one. But how pretty is that? I'd love to know if that's a real place. And then here are all the colours that go into it. Lots of earthy natural tones, of course, because it's a garden scene. And the special drills are at the end here. I'm not going to go through the drills in any of these. I like to keep them all wrapped up when I'm doing my own personal unboxings. And as I've said, a couple of these are going to new homes anyway. But yeah, I'll see if I can spot any kind of obvious things about special drills, because we all love special drills, right? Yeah, okay, let's take a look. Right. So here are the drills, really pretty colours. Loads and loads of these like greeny beige colours where I'm like, I literally don't know whether to call that a brown or a green. But yeah, they're going to be nice earthy tones. I don't actually see any of the special drills just peering in. So maybe they're in smaller bags. Who knows? I'll see if I can spot any on the canvas in a minute, but yeah, I'm going to say probably not a huge amount of special drill action in this one, based on the fact they must be in smaller bags. Okay. I'm really pleased with this one. It seems to be quite sought after as well. I think quite a lot of people are after it, possibly people who are thinking of it as a series like I am. So I'm relieved to have got it in my box, because I think I probably would have been trying to find this one on D-Stash if not. Holy confetti, Batman. But yeah, nothing unexpected there. And actually, I say that, and it is, but I do see patches of colour, particularly in this like foreground. The colours of the cottage itself are so pretty. Love the kind of blues and purples and pinks. And then of course you've got all these gorgeous flowers and all these different colours. That lovely pink tree. Wow, this is an absolute beauty. What do you reckon? Let me know as I go through this if you've got any of the same kits as me, if you bought the mystery box or what you would have hoped to get. I find mystery boxes so fun. I always say, like, I have bought, I think, every single mystery box that Diamond Art Club has released other than the overstock boxes, because they've done a few boxes that were literally specifically overstock kits. And some of those were even limited to US customers, but those ones I didn't get. But all the ones that have had never before seen kits, ever since the very first one they did, when I stayed up till 2 AM and I got some amazing kits for amazing value, like they've never been quite as good value as that again. I think they may have messed up their calculations a little bit with that one. But anyway, I was hooked. And in general, I've just been really fortunate that I've either got kits I really, really wanted, or I've been able to swap for kits that I wanted with other people who got the mystery box, or I've been able to de-stash them and get my money back. So in general, the worst case scenario for me has been de-stashing and getting my money back. I've just got one kit from a mystery box that I haven't been able to de-stash, which that's fine out of all the ones I've bought. Okay, let's see. Is it obvious where any of those special drills go? So the ABs, so these are purple ABs around here. And then the green AB symbol, some of those are there as well. Like, it's very common for ABs to highlight flowers. So I'm really looking in those patches. And I don't see the purple AB symbol anywhere but here. It may well be somewhere and I'm just not spotting it, but I think that is just there, which kind of goes to what I was saying, that these are probably fairly small bags. And the same with that green one. I'm seeing a few bits of it speckled around, but not loads. And then the fairy dust drills, what have I got? An orangey one that's an E symbol. That's here and here and here. And a little bit here. And then this symbol here, this, I don't know what to call that. It's a little bit like a star. It's a bit here, there's a bit here, there's some bits there. Some bits in the window here and on some of the decoration of the cottage. And then there's a reddish one. I see some of that down here in these red flowers. A little bit over there. And this pinkish one. Not even seeing that one so far. Is that because it's hardly anywhere or because I can't see for looking? The eternal question. I really can't spot that one. Okay, well, I'm not going to dwell on it because I've got plenty to get through here. Let's just assume that's in a pretty small bag too. And I can't see it for looking. But yeah, just like I thought from peering at the drills, not a huge amount of any of the special drills in this one, which never bothers me. I have great faith in Diamond Art Club's rendering team. If they don't think that's necessary, I'm sure that I will be delighted with their render. But yeah, it's always possible to add your own if you're someone who really likes to bling canvases up, and there's all these different flowers and details, so there's all kinds of capacity for that in this one. Anyways, that is Gingerbread Cottage, and I'm going to swiftly move on because I don't want this video to be going forever. Next up, I'm going to take a look at the James Meagher mystery kit. So a little word of caution from this point. There's going to be spoilers because I'm going to have a look at this. I'm not going to tell you anything about what I know about the actual art. So if you haven't had this spoiled for you in your logbook, or you're someone who doesn't want to know, I'm not going to say, oh, it's this kit, or describe what it looks like. But until I look at the canvas, it's impossible to know how much you'll be able to work out. Sometimes it's really hard to work out details. Sometimes you can see quite clear outlines and it gives you a really strong idea what the kit is. And I will be looking at the bag of colours just like I did with the last one. So that's kind of the extent of the spoilers you're going to get. But if that is not what you want to see, feel free to skip ahead. So, big and beastie, 69.9 by 91.8 centimetres, and of course it is square drills because all of Diamond Art Club's mystery kits are, but I'm not sure any of the new kits this time around were round drills. I'm really not sure. I can't remember all of them, but I think they might have all been squares. This one has 66 colours and it's got 3 ABs and 5 fairy dust diamonds, so a little more special drill action this time. And let's take a look. This one is going to a new home where it was originally like reserved from me by someone who didn't buy the mystery box and who wanted it. And then she is actually in turn having me send it on to a friend of hers whose mystery box arrived damaged, and FedEx had lost one of the kits, and it was this one and she really wanted it. So yeah, that is where it's going. So it's nice to know it's going to someone who really, really wanted it. So she is getting a bronze card. Let's take a look at the sticky labels. So obviously because it's a mystery kit, they're all going to be in black and white. The canvas itself isn't pure black and white, just in case you haven't seen one of their mystery kits before, but we'll get into that in a moment. But there's lots of lovely clear symbols. Yeah, I've never had any issues personally with working on mystery kits, and I really enjoy them. Every time I work on one, it kind of spoils normal kits for me for a bit because I actually love it so much that I'm like, oh, normal kits are going to feel boring in comparison. And they don't. But yeah, I really, really, really love mystery kits. So let's take a little look at this one. If you want to know what this image is and you don't already, there are a couple of groups on Facebook called like Diamond Art Club Mystery Kit, DAC Mystery Kit, I can't remember the exact names, but there are groups where people will, you know, spoil them for you if that's what you want. One of them, I think it's the slightly bigger group, you have to have photos in comments, so you're not going to kind of accidentally spoil a kit for yourself with a picture just popping up on your newsfeed. The other one doesn't have that rule, so just be careful about which one you're joining. You know, if you're someone who maybe wants to know what some images are and not others, one of those kits is, one of those groups even, is going to be better for you than the other. So here are the drills. We've got a very, actually I was going to say it's a very blue colour scheme, but whilst there are lots of blues popping out, It's more darker colours that I'm seeing dominating this one. Some lovely kind of sandy beige colours. I see a special drill this time. There is a brown AB. You might know my feelings on brown ABs. I love them. Love the contrast because they have a kind of pinky tone to the AB coating. And yeah, I don't know why. I just really like those. And do I see any other special drills? Ooh, there's a really nice sort of silvery grey fairy dust drill there. And I see a yellow AB. Nothing else jumping out at me, but yeah, some really pretty ones there. Oh, there's a blue fairy dust I see there as well. Right, let's take a look at the canvas. So this kind of bears explanation, just in case you haven't seen a Diamond Art Club mystery canvas before. You'll see that although the symbols were black and white, you've actually got lots of colours running through this. So they used to have just a black and white canvas, and first of all, that left the image often quite easy to work out. Secondly, it was causing eye strain. So they changed quite a while ago now to doing it this way, which is thought to be better on people's eyes, and it does usually disguise the image better. So you've got different colours, you've got Diamond Art Club running through it, but what you're going to do is just follow the symbol. So for example, if you look at this one here, that's like the little semicircle over a corner bit, good explanation, Cat. You'll see that it might be on an orange background, a white background, a pink background, a blue background, but you're just going to follow that symbol. You know, you're going to have a pot of drills with that symbol on the top in black and white on your sticker, and wherever that symbol is, you're going to place that, and you're just going to ignore the colours. And I was a bit daunted the first time I worked on a kit like this and thought I might find that hard. And honestly, a friend reassured me, and she was so right. Within the first section, I'd got used to it. So yeah, do not be daunted by that, is my advice. So here it is. And I don't know about you, but I can't see anything about the design on this one. Like, even knowing exactly what the image is, yeah, it's a tough one to work out. So yeah, I don't think it's likely that this will spoil anything for you if you don't already know the image. How funny, it's not usually quite as hard as that to tell. I'm not going to try and look for special drills on this because it's virtually impossible on a mystery canvas, I find, because, you know, I don't know where or what anything is. It's a bit different with ones like Gingerbread Cottage, where you think, oh, they often do flowers, let me look at the flowers sections, but yeah, you can't. So that is that one. I'm going to pack this up as neatly as I can now, ready to send it off to its new home tomorrow. But yeah, that is everything that came in the first box, and obviously I don't know which order they got allocated to me, but I suspect this one is the first box I bought, just because I have seen far more people get this mystery kit. And Diamond Art Club did say that if they didn't have enough stock to fulfill a second box without duplicates, that they would refund people. And I ordered my second box, and someone else I was chatting to ordered a second box, and hers did get refunded, which makes me think that there was more stock of this mystery kit than the other one, and therefore that the other one was probably the second one. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it's just me overthinking things. But let me put this one away, and then I will come back to you with my second box. Okay, box number 2. And this one is kind of the other way round from the last box. Everything's reversed. So with this one, I'm keeping the mystery kit. The other never before seen kit has a new home, but again, I'm going to take a look at it. And I'm going to be keeping my surprise kit with this one. I'm actually really pleased with it because it's a kit I had thought about buying in the past. So first up, this is my surprise kit. This is Hawaiian Life by David McLean, and I really like David McLean. I have done some of his pieces in the past. I actually showed one of his pieces from a shop called Lettuce Stitch recently. You should go check that out if you like this style of artwork, because it's a gorgeous piece, and you know, fun to try a different shop. Anyway, I remember almost pulling the plug on this one and buying it so many times. I almost got it on a D-stash once, and I never have, and that could be taken as a sign it's not meant to be. But in this case, I've got it for a third of the mystery box price, so it feels like an absolute bargain to me. So yeah, really pleased with this one. And then the other mystery kit that was available in these mystery boxes is called Mystery Kit Fantasy Animals by Dragons and Beasties. Again, I do know the image because of the glitch. And yeah, this one's really kind of, it's a bit funky and cool and different. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping that one. And then my other never before seen kit was Happy Place by Teresa Donahue McManus, and this one, as I said, has got a new home to go to. So which one should we take a look at first? Let's just move them all out of the way and go through them one by one. I'll look at the mystery kit last, in fact, in case you're someone that wants to avoid spoilers on it. So we'll take a look at this one. Right, so this one is, it's kind of cute. They're like mushrooms, so mushroom art just doesn't necessarily do it for me. And also just, you know, a fairly AI heavy look is not necessarily something I go for, but it is a fun, bright, fun painting. Can't remember what word I was going to use there, so I just subbed fun back in. Anyway, it's got 61 colours, 3 ABs, 2 fairy dust diamonds. It's a little bit smaller. It's 73.9 by 69.9 centimetres, so just a little bit off being square. And it's got square drills again. Like I said, as far as I know, they were all squares. I really can't remember what most of the others were. Okay. So, inside here, what trading card is there? It is a bronze. And let's look at the sticky labels quick. So 3 ABs and 2 fairy dust diamonds. None of these have gone like crazy with special drills, have they? And yeah, look at all those fun bright colours. It's going to be really vibrant, this one. I always bang on about my love for bright colours in diamond paintings, but when they're all bright and sparkly and shiny, it gives me joy. Yeah, cool. And here come the drills. So I see a white AB tucked away in there and an orange AB. That looks to be a blue fairy dust, I think, or am I imagining it? Actually, I can't tell. No, I think that's just a normal drill and I'm seeing things. Oh, there's a blue AB. And yeah, see, I've forgotten since I looked at the stickers what colour. It was, you know, a really long time ago, obviously, so it's left my head what colour the specials were. Oh, there's a yellowy one. There is a yellowy fairy dust in there. And the other one will remain a mystery. Okay. Oh, the sun's come out. You're not going to be able to see anything. Let me sort that. It's really awkward lighting in here. Sorry. I'll do my best to fix it in editing. But it's probably going to be a bit inconsistent because the sun cannot decide whether it's going to come out from behind the clouds or not. Okay, here it is. So it's actually, well, it's not a colour blocking piece, but I definitely wouldn't say it's a super confetti piece. This bottom bit is quite bitty. You've got lots of flowers and grass and greenery. But then as soon as you go past that part, the rest of it I think is quite blocky. There's line blocking in the kind of mushroom toadstool house. And then everything else, even those trees, they're not like, trees are normally, you know, so many different bits of leaves and branches. These are quite, they're like solid patches of colour. So yeah, this one will work up reasonably quickly, I would think. Love some stars. I bet those are fairy dust, aren't they? Or ABs rather. Yeah, that's the AB colour. So let's see, the orange AB goes in these toadstools down here, and then there's some of it in here, over on that toadstool, toadstool over there, and a little bit on here. And then the blue AB is in these bright blue flowers at the bottom. They're really pretty. And also on this toadstool, maybe I should just call them toadstools. Start a new craze. And the white one, as I've said, is in all those stars. But there's also little patches of it here and on the door here. Oh, I thought there'd be more actually, and I don't really see any more of it. But yeah, love special drills being used for stars in the sky. And then there was a green fairy dust. Yeah, so the blue drill I was staring at really wasn't a fairy dust. I see some of that down here and down here in this section too. Over here. Is there any? Oh yeah, it's up in the trees as well at the top. And then the last one is that yellowy one, and that's blocking in this door, and then the lights from the windows. It's in these toadstools, in the stairs, and a little bit in some of the plants. So yeah, this one's one of the more special drill heavy ones that I've looked at so far. It is a fun kit. It's going to be really bright, isn't it? Really bright and colourful. So yeah, I'll look forward to seeing it when it's been worked on by the person who is buying it. But yeah, not one for me, but a great offering for the mystery box. Okay, moving on. Next up, let's take a look at Hawaiian Life. And this one has been with DAC for ages. I feel like this one might have even been released when I started buying from them in 2021 or not long after, because I remember looking at it in a D-stash absolutely years ago. So I do wonder if this is now discontinued, because quite often kits that they've added into mystery boxes as, you know, the surprise kit have been ones that they have a lot of stock of, and maybe they're moving towards discontinuing, because yeah, you can't stock every kit forever, can you? But it's obviously on a fairly recent restock because we have this style of box. So not the one with the sleeve, but the one before that. It's got 59 colours and it's got 3 ABs, which is unsurprising because, yeah, we just didn't used to have as many special drills in older kits. 3 ABs is actually maybe more than I was even expecting. And it's big and beastie. It is, well, it says 98 by 70. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually slightly less than that. I don't have a tape measure to hand, but I'm not actually going, so I'm not going to measure it. But when you have like a rounded number like that, it's often from the days when they used to have a less tight grid because they had less consistent drills. And then when you get the, you know, 98.2 centimetre or something, it's since they changed that. So this was quite likely originally released at 98 by 70 centimetres. And if I were to measure it, it would very likely be a little less than that. There's some entirely unnecessary nerdish information for you there. Okay, so I've got a bronze card. It's really nice that older kits that got restocked got done in the newer style, isn't it? Because everyone loves having things like trading cards. And because it's an older kit, the ABs are at the front. They used to do it so any DMC under 150 was an AB. And there weren't actually many other special drills that they used at that point. So we've got a pink, a yellow and a blue. And yeah, only 59 colours, because again, that's something that's really changed. That's like the lower end of colours now, whereas it used to be towards the higher end. Yeah. Plus ça change. Right. I think if the surprise kits are one that I've already bought, so clearly like, at least to an extent, even though, as I said, it's not my favourite, and one that I've strongly considered buying by an artist that I really like, then I've done pretty well. No Marvel kits on this occasion. So, how's that for a bright and colourful colour palette, eh? Ooh, that's pretty. Those are some really joyful colours. There is a sort of deep blue AB tucked away in there. That's really pretty. And then, can I see the others? There's the yellow AB and was the other one white? I can't, I've done it again, I've forgotten already. Why am I so hopeless? Anyway, I'll look for the special drills in a minute. It's not like you can see them much through the side of the pack, so let's move on. Okay, this one, okay, so it must be a reasonably recent restock because it's got the lines showing the perforations. But I feel like all kits like that they have for a long time, they must restock and restock and restock, and eventually you hit a time where just no one is really buying it anymore. Everyone who already wanted it has already got it. I find the same thing when I'm restocking putties for my shop. I'll have like a really popular scent that flies out, and then one time I'll restock it and just no one wants it anymore. It's like, okay, time to discontinue this one. Okay. I really like, so David McLean does, obviously does landscape style pieces, and they are often, if not always, sort of like travel destination themed. The one I was mentioning before from a different shop, Lettuce Stitch, is called After the Rain, and it's set in Paris. It's got the Eiffel Tower in it, and they've done one, he's done ones like, I think he did one of the Notre Dame. He had From Russia with Love, pretty sure that was the David McLean one, with those beautiful buildings in Moscow. Yeah, I can't think of any others off the top of my head. Oh no, that's true. There was a mystery kit, which was another foreign scene. But yeah, I love that because I love a landscape. I really, really do. And I've worked on many, but I don't like working on what feels like the same kit over and over again. So, you know, for instance, I don't know, pick a landscape trope, a lighthouse. I might work on a few lighthouse pictures over the years, but I'm not going to do them over and over again. So I just love the variety that he offers with his pieces. They don't feel as samey, whereas some landscape artists whose pieces I've really enjoyed, I kind of feel like I've done now. I've done enough of theirs because there are such strong similarities between them. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, lots of confetti in this with all the flowers, but I mean, it's not, it's confetti, but it's not hella confetti. My official designation. And that top part, if you ignore the palm trees, there's some blocking, there's some patches that will go quicker with the sky, and even the sea is sort of line blocking there, and you've got like the hut over there. But yeah, all the flowers and things, they're going to be slower going but filled with joyous colours. So yeah, no complaints from me. Now, those special drills, of course, they're all the way up there. So I'm just looking for the symbols 1, 2, 3. One is like a sort of peachy symbol, I think, and I see little bits of it scattered through the flowers. Literally just, you know, a few here, a few there. And I think that's the one I didn't find, isn't it? So maybe it's a smaller bag. There's a little bit up there in the sky. They did used to be a lot more sparing with special drills. And then the symbol 2 is a yellow one. That one, again, I see speckled in a similar way through the flowers. No big chunks of it, just little bits of it here and there. And then over there, there is a lovely sailboat that's got a little bit on it. And I see some tiny bits up in the trees. I guess, are they, is that lighting? Is that like the sun effect on the palm trees, or are they fruits? I can't tell from here. But yeah, that's cool. And then the symbol for that gorgeous dark blue one was 3. That's here on this surfboard. It's on the deck chairs. It's on the parasol. Don't think it's in the water. Oh, there's a little bit here. There is a little bit on that, whatchamacallit, the sailboat. Yeah, so pretty sparing use of ABs, entirely consistent with what I remember of how they were rendering things at this point. But that is fine. You've got all the fun, bright, vibrant colours to bring it to life. So who needs loads of special drills anyway? But yeah, I'm pretty delighted with this one for a surprise kit where it could have been anything. I've seen people joking around in Diamond Art Club's Facebook group about getting Spock kits, because, you know, it often is like TV and film related kits that seem to end up in overstock. And obviously they're very specific and niche. You know, if you don't like that program, you're probably not going to want to do it. And in my case, it's not really my thing anyway, even if I do like a particular film or TV program. So yeah, I think I've done really rather well getting this absolute beauty. Okay, moving on to the last kit I have to show you today. That is the Dragons and Beasties mystery kit. So if you don't want any spoilers, I'll say goodbye to you now, but otherwise stick around and let's take a look at that one. Okay, here is the last one I have to show you today. So this is yet another big and beastie one. So there's really been a lot of value in this kit, I think. I think I said earlier, the first box cost me 126, so that's like £42 per painting. Whereas big kits of this size are normally like 70 plus, sometimes even 80, depending on exchange rate. Oh, and the second box I got was a bargain, because in the sort of 5 minutes, the exchange rate had changed, and that was £125, so even less. So yeah, there's really a good amount of value in these, considering the size of the paintings. So this one has 65 colours, which includes 3 ABs, 1 glow in the dark, and 5 fairy dust diamonds. It is a while since I've worked with a glow in the dark, so that's fun. And again, as with the other, I do know what this image is. I don't know how much will be visible to you. I think it might be a bit more obvious, this one, based on the image. You might be able to see more outlines, but we'll find out. And this one is something, I don't think there are any massive spoilers in telling you that this is something really a bit different. I haven't got anything else like this in my stash, and I think it could be really fun to work on. So I have got a bronze card. See, I told you all the rest would be bronze. And here are my symbols. Again, nice and clear. I mean, I think they use pretty much the same symbol pool for traditional paintings and mystery kits, but their symbols are generally very nice and clear anyway. It's just a bit more important, isn't it, for a mystery kit, but there's nothing problematic that I can see here. So it looks like the glow in the dark is going to be a black, which is pretty common, and actually there are some glow in the dark colours that just don't glow as well. Black is one that really works. They probably need charging under light, which is the tricky thing if you want to display a painting and have it glow in the dark, is that you need to kind of charge the drills. But then also maybe you're not bothered about that, and it's just a black drill. And then we've got the 3 ABs there. Yeah, loads of specials in this one compared to the others, aren't there? Cool, moving on. Okay. This is an artist that hasn't been on my radar. I'm not sure if they've got other items with Diamond Art Club or not. I might have to check on the website. And it's not necessarily a style I would typically go for even. I just, like I said, this image I think is really fun. So, loads of blues. I love me some blue, as you're probably aware. We've got a nice pink AB there. We've got some white fairy dust, at least. Is that, I think there's like 4 fat bags of that white fairy dust. Wow. We know where the specials were in the other kits. They're all saved for this one. There's a pink fairy dust, which is really pretty there. There is a green AB. Is that yet? That's a pale blue fairy dust. This one's packed full of special drills. A yellow fairy dust. Again, 2 bags of that. And of course the black that you see is a special drill, even though it doesn't look any different right now. Wowza. Love those colours. Okay, let's take a little look. Right. Here is this mystery kit. And yeah, you can definitely see more shapes in this one. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say because like I said, I don't want to actually point things out just in case you don't want spoilers. I mean, I kind of figure you're probably still not watching at this point if you don't want spoilers, but you know, I don't want to be the person that does that to you. So I'm not going to point things out, but I think you can probably make out quite a few shapes yourself. It's really fun. I think that the background probably has a decent amount of colour blocking with this one as well. It's always really hard to pick out in a mystery kit in the same way, but I do see some chunks of colour in the background. So it's a big kit. It's not going to be like a quick project, but it might go a bit faster than a lot of kits of this size will. But like the small shapes that you see obviously have a lot more detail on, hence it needing to be rendered at the bigger size, which makes sense. And yeah, I love a mystery kit so much. I don't even care. Make it as big as you need to. Okay, again, not going to try and look for special drills, but you can see that the small black dot that's the white one is in a lot of these shapes. And there were 3 bags of that, so we know there's a lot of it. And then the big black dot that is the glow in the dark, I also see that scattered sort of everywhere. I think there's quite a lot of that one. So this is a fabulous kit for you if you like special drills. And I'm sure there's more capacity for blinging it up as well. It feels like, as I was saying earlier, that there's maybe less of this one around. I've seen a few people looking for it and not so many people that have it. So yeah, do check a de-stash group if you're trying to get hold of this one. There's bound to be some, and people are still receiving their boxes. But yeah, it might be a little trickier to find this one, which is a shame. Okay, let me put this one away and then I'll just come back and say goodbye. Okay, so that is the end of my Mystery Box 18 haul. I don't usually buy multiples of mystery boxes. It was the thing where they said they will avoid duplicates and there's 2 mystery kits and there's going to be 1 in each box. So I thought, okay, if I get 2 boxes, there'll be 2 mystery kits, and that just sold me on it. And I think overall it was the right decision on this occasion because, like I was explaining, I believe that this free came from the second one that I ordered, and I've got 2 keepers from there, and this one has a new home where I'm sure it will be much appreciated. The first box as well was also very successful because, you know, it's not their fault that I already have Raymond. There is absolutely no commitment or suggestion that they will look at previous order history, because that would just make it really, really slow and hard work to pack the boxes. It's randomly allocated by a system, I imagine. So I'm not complaining that that's a duplicate. I'll just be destashing that one. And yeah, really happy with Gingerbread Cottage. And again, I know that this one is going to a new home where it will be very much appreciated. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with my mystery box haul. I mean, one day maybe I'll have a bad experience with them and it will put me off. But for now, I really enjoy the mystery boxes. So yeah. Maybe a controversial opinion. I know a lot of people aren't keen, but for me, it's keep them coming. Right, thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, please consider dropping a like on the video if you have enjoyed taking a look at these with me. And if you're not yet subscribed, I'd love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.